Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxshire, on the show this evening is my mucker, Paul Bear, and the one and only AK. Evening, boys.
Evening, guys. How are you to?
I'm all right,
Hi,
mate. I'm all right.
Evening up, evening out, Bert, the techie team and everybody that's listening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
Right, I think we'll just go straight to Albert then, mate. We'll go straight to the tune, AK.
That's about right.
Oh, I've not got a rant. I've not got a rant tonight. I've a few points to make, but not got a rant. Not got a rant. And most of the points I've got to make have already been made with people. Like the game, the show on Sunday with Big AK and Robert. So overall, you can't say we didn't deserve to win the game. That's the first thing. I've been disappointed if we'd have played like we did against Hibs and Motherwell, but we didn't. We deserved to win the game. We lost two stupid goals. The first one's a worldie, but the second one, that's the one that really annoyed me. And then you've got officials. But one thing I will say about the officials, I know we're going to get into more detail, is the officials are going to decide who wins this league. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to decide, mate. Nobody else, just them. Because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. That Column should be sacked, mate. That's a clown, a total clown. If we can't get rid of the referees, we can definitely get rid of him. He's an absolute clown.
I think the whole of it was talking about the VAR decision all over the country. I think it's, in different leagues, maybe all over the continent, mate. I think, but I wasn't against VAR. I knew that if we time to reflect on it, I don't think it's improved the game. I think it's took a lot of emotion at the game, and we end up more confused sometimes than we were before.
Aye, there's no doubt about that, and I totally agree with you. I think it's killed the emotion of the game. You can't celebrate a goal now, either the support or the players. But if we get introduced, Rangers have had 50-odd goals denied, disallowed through VAR, and we're 18 this season alone. And never mind their penalty shouts, but we felt we should have got at Fir Park and yesterday. So they're not doing their job. I think there's a bit of confusion with the director trying to relay the rules. Willie Collum to his match officials, and they're confusing it. Because the rule for IFAB is as clear as the nose on your face, but Willie Collum doesn't see it that way. He's on about shirt pulls can go into the box and you can declare a penalty, but no a tackle. But that's not what the rule says on IFAB. So his directive is confusing the match officials.
I just think one of the simple things for me, and we'll move on for this, but one of the simple things for me in all leagues that we're watching, let's be honest, most of that will be the EPL and Marine League. What's happened is the referees have stopped refereeing the games. Yeah, and either consciously or subconsciously, Albert, that's what's happened.
That one is Sunday's a good example of it. I mean, he's seen that was a foul all day long. He sees it's a foul. Whether he's going to get a penalty, I know, but I know. So I'm going to say whether he gives a foul or whether he gives a penalty, he's neither here nor there. He sees it's a foul, and he chose to let it go to VAR because he says to Tavernier when the VAR was checking it, it's no my decision. In other words, don't blame me. It's not to do with me. Well, it was something to do with him because he should have blown for at least the foul, if no the penalty. It's up to him to say what it is.
My initial reaction was it's a foul outside the box. That was my initial reaction, yeah.
My initial reaction when I seen it in real time was it's a penalty. And then when I seen it back, I went, oh, it's outside the box. And then they show you the other angle, you're going, no, wait a minute, that's in the box now. It's a penalty, mate. It's making away for it. It's a penalty.
Well, I was
as you say, it's not just the Rangers supporters. What?
Well, I was convinced it was a foul.
It was definitely a foul. That's what I'm saying. It was a foul. So he abdicated responsibility of that clowny referee. So you're looking at him and saying, why did you not blow your whistle for something? Because you see it's a foul. You make your mind up whether you're going to give the penalty or not, but you've got to blow for the foul. But no, it's not a foul. And you're going, oh, Christ's sake, man. But it was a tall game, mate. Let's be honest. We shouldn't have had ourselves in a situation with this matter, mate.
Put the
This
ball in.
mattered.
Right, we'll come to that. Look, it started, funny enough, I thought it was a yellow card, pointing the edge of the box on Tucci in the first 2 minutes or something, and that was the start of the melee. Look, AK, we didn't, it was a bit of a crazy game, but we didn't play well in spells, and some of our passing was deplorable, mate.
Aye, the attitude and application, Rob and I had spoke about it. You've got to be on the front foot for the off. Everything's got to be right, because you know it's going to be a battle first and foremost, and it's who implements or imposes himself on the game first and foremost. And we just looked as if that this should be easy today. Second tap of the table, we just thumped at the top of the table last week. We're playing bottom of the table. Totally the wrong attitude, Docs. Scottish football. We know that as a supporter. It doesn't matter what end of the table you're playing against. If you go out there with the wrong attitude, you can come unstuck. And then all of a sudden, with a few missed chances, header onto the post, things like that. And then you go, and it's a brain fart for players. And what's happening here? We should be winning this game. But they didn't. They went out there with the wrong attitude, and that's where things started to go wrong early days for us.
I don't think either. I thought our best football player on the park yesterday again was Romans, and I don't think with anybody was outstanding all there. And I thought we had some of our leadership group in the middle of the park. And I've been one of Tav's biggest fans in some degree. Thought he was appalling with the ball yesterday. I know he puts the ball in for Mikey Moore, but him and Raskin, they're passing, and then the guy gets dug out. I think he was poor. Gassama, second half. I think he was poor. But I was still scratching my head how we've moved him at the right when we know that everybody knows he's more effective on the left and has been all season. And even yesterday when he wasn't great, the couple of runs he did was round the byline on the left-hand side of the park. So we moved him and he got worse and worse and worse. But I didn't think they took care of the football. We were slow and pedestrian and we let them in. And then John Suter, the 2 goals he's involved in. And I think John is an experienced pro. He didn't cause the goals directly, Albert, but the free kicks that gave the goals, I think he's just got to be I'll use the word cuter on both occasions, mate, yeah?
Yeah. I see he's getting the blame for it on. And the first one, he misjudged the bounce. And he was I'm no going. But he went, but he never touched the guy, mate. That's not a foul. He never touched the guy. Same with the second one. He was going to go in. He never, the guy, both times, I don't know if it was the same player or 2 different players, but both times the player just hit the deck. And they read the referee. I'll tell you that half earlier. They read that the Livingston players read the referee right for the start, mate. Right for the start. They're looking for free kicks all over the place. Rolls says that's what they're going to be doing. Looking for free kicks and corner kicks, dead ball situations, and long balls up the park. He read it right, mate, and that's exactly what they did. And so, didn't he have a good game? I'm not saying for a minute he did have a good game. He did not have a good game. I don't think Fernandez had a particularly good game, but he redeemed himself by scoring a goal. So you go, right, he didn't have a good game, but at least he scored the goal. But you're talking about Tav, I mean, it's not just Tav's a bad passer. Taban's been a bad passer to the ball. I watch him many times he gives the ball away. So I in fact, see he goes out to Tav's side. I don't want him to get the ball. I don't give him the ball, just don't. And then he'll produce a cross for the goal. And everybody starts going, but see, look, Tav's good. You're going, but he's stinking with the ball. Absolutely stinking with the ball. But he's not the only man. Raskin's not a good passer of the ball, mate. I'm telling you right now. For the role that he's playing at the moment, that deep line role, he's not got the range of passing for a start, and he's not very accurate either. People start looking at Raskin and Tav and seeing how many times they actually give the ball away. It's incredible. I reckon each game now, maybe half a dozen to a dozen times between the two of them, they give the ball away. And that's a lot for professional football, mate. That's a lot for any football. So that's the start of it. But still, again, I say we still should have won the game. But it's not that we weren't creating chances. We're creating chances. We're just not taking them. You can call the forwards out. You can call everybody out and say, well, that's. I mean, look at some of the chances we're missing. Look at some of the chances they held out. They're pulling off wonder saves and wonder clearances, and it was just going to be one of the days, isn't it? As soon as the Rome's one, header, he gets a finger tipped at me and it goes onto the post and then bounces away. As soon as that happened, I was like, oh, here we go. Is it going to be one of these days? And every team has their days. No matter what you do, you can't get the ball to get in the net. It's a wonder we actually got 2 goals at the end up.
It was different, as you sort of pointed out rightly, I think, for the Hibs game and that. But listen, AKR, that's 3 away games in a row we've drew, mate. And we've played the same system. And we've not won the midfield in any of the 3 games, mate. There's a learning curve in there for the manager, in my opinion.
Well, I know what you're saying, but also when does the game management become a responsibility for the players that's picked on that starts the game as well? Because when you see the team on paper, I didn't say, oh, I wouldn't have picked him, or I don't like the look of that. I mean, every player that's out there starred against Hearts the previous week. The manager tell you in the presser that 2 or 3 we're going to have to be enforced changes.
They never.
Well, he never mentioned any personnel, but he basically intimated that 2 or 3 weren't making it. And
No.
as
I mean, there were 2 changes for the 11 against Hearts, weren't
there? Aye, Tavernier and it was when Gassama started. Aye.
Gassama.
So yeah, right. But we changed formation there because we obviously couldn't go with the 2 up top with Nadiri dragging out. But the players that's picked there, Ox, is still good enough to go and beat Livingston. But they went out there with the wrong attitude, the wrong application. There wasn't enough leaders pointing fingers saying, come on, boys, we need to up our game here with up our tempo. And it was the players for me they went out there with a slack approach. You could point fingers at the manager for his tweaking formation. But he's had to be the personnel that he's got available to him there. So.
Well, we gave the midfield away in 3 away games, we've no won. So for me, there's a learning curve for the manager. Yeah. Different kinds of performance. And we made enough chances yesterday, won 5 games. But we never put the ball in the net at the right time. Because if we'd have got our noses in front, or we'd have got an equaliser in the first half, we'd basically went on and won the game comfortably. But we never will be.
I mean, I know Alex saying it's that attitude and application. I don't think that was missing in Saturday. I really don't. It's just that putting the ball in the net. We created the chances. And I mean, some of them were gilt-edged chances and you can't put them away. That's the problem, mate. In this particular game, that was the problem. Maybe other games, the attitude and application, I would agree with you. But the big concern is the away games. But the bigger concern as well for me, that's twice now we've played 10 men and failed to beat them. That's twice now. And you're saying, what's going on here? What's the idea behind this? At least we didn't shrink back into our shell when they went down to 10 men, only for the reason we were 2-0 down. So that's a concern. There's a lot of learning curves. You've got to remember, a lot of them first season, all this carry on. So these subtleties, they need to iron these subtleties out and say to yourself, right, hold on, the margins are tight now. And getting tighter by the game, by each game it passes. But no, I don't think it was the players. I think that they gave as much as they could. Bearing in mind the surface you're playing on as well. It's all right saying Livingston are playing on the same surface. They play on it 19 games a season. We play it on 2, and you've got to try and adapt. And it's a rainy. No, this carry on. No, I mean, but Big Suter was jittery on it right at the start. And I felt that was the thing that sort of spread through the team. People started getting the concern and playing that conservative way, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't want to take a chance. And you'd think for wingers, this is the exact same. This is the exact pitch and the exact weather that you should thrive on. Quick turns, change direction. But it didn't. Because again, I think it's the system. I don't like that system. I don't think it works for us. Really don't. we need to flood the midfield and we need to get 2 forwards up. I agree with that now. I thought for a minute that no, you need to watch what you're doing with this because that's got weaknesses as well, that system. But I'm telling you, I think the benefits outweigh the negatives in it. It's a case of you need to go for it now. Just go for it. And we've been saying that since some 12, 13 games out. Just go for it. If you don't want it, you don't want it. But at least say we're doing swinging. All this nonsense that you need to do this, we need to do this, and we need to have this amount of points before. Oh, what a nonsense. Just concentrate in the games and just win the games. That's the end of. Just keep winning the games. Okay, it's out of our hands now because we're 4 points behind Hearts. We let that slip. That's fine. Everybody's assuming that they're just going to win every single game. I don't think so. I don't think they'll win every single game, mate. Far from it. I think if they get a couple of dodgy results, I've got a feeling they're just going to implode, mate. Totally implode. Because they've been ahead that long. They'll think, nah, we're playing first all the time and we're keeping our noses in front. But eventually, look what happened to the mob across the city. This last-minute goal ran out, didn't it? It always has to run out, mate. And I think it's going to happen with Hearts as well. It's us, mate. It's all down to us. Sunday's game was just a bad day at the office for scoring goals. We had the chances, didn't take them, and it's as simple as that.
But the other thing I know is, to maybe back up something that Alex said there, I don't think with anybody was outstanding on the park yesterday. You know, I think Romans was our best player without being. I gave him a 6, mate. Yeah, and I don't think there was anybody in my team had a good game, and that's poor. You know, and as the park getting married again, and we're dealing with all that. You know, we're playing against a team that at times looked like a junior team. They didn't look any better at times. Rushing from side to side in Queen's Park, but we just didn't have the patience or the cojones to keep past the ball properly, and that's what lets us doing. We aren't a good passing team, and that's somebody should rise. Somebody's got to be if that's in particular in your forward areas. And if you score goals, you say people you have a good game. You might not have a great. You might not contribute a lot, but if you score goals, you have a good game. But with nobody yesterday, in my eyes, get more than a 6. AK.
No, I couldn't disagree with you, Rox. Albert says you need somebody to take responsibility, and we don't have enough of them in our team to go and take a game with a scruff of the neck, to go and carry the ball. We didn't play it quickly enough. The intensity wasn't there, and we allowed Livingston to drop into their shape, and we'd no room to run into. Gassama needs grass or plastic to run into, and he wasn't getting it. You know, so our own downfall was apparent for us, and we were playing right into Livingston's hands. They were looking for set pieces. That was the only chance that they had getting up the park and you know, penetrating our back line, which they did. So their game plan was perfect for their point of view, but it was like a spider's web. We just crawled straight onto it and let them do what they wanted to do. But there wasn't anybody there that recognised it, and that we needed to change things, play it quicker, play it longer. You know, just get in behind them and don't let them set up. You know?
That surface, mate.
I know, because it bounces all over the place. I know. But listen, I watched a game a few weeks ago where Celtic were playing a junior team, Auchinleck at Kilmarnock, and that's exactly what they done. You know, and the park was awful, but Auchinleck were organised. You know, and Celtic found it difficult. So even at that level of team, a junior team, holding them, well, that's exactly what Livingston done with us yesterday. So it's no easy, but if you never seen the game and you just looked at the stats, you're like, wow, how did Rangers not win that game? 31 shots at goal, 14 on target, 7 big chances. The keeper makes 9 saves, 73%. Everything points towards that Rangers should have won, but we didn't. But you point to the end there, we're cheated out a blatant penalty. And that's the same kind of thing, backstory for Motherwell. We're cheated out a blatant penalty there. And that's us dropped 4 points in the 2 games because of the incompetency of match officials.
What's the point of Albert said? And by the way, The Mikey Ward decision wasn't the worst decision in Scotland at the weekend, Ben, was it?
Oh no, you go to. I know we don't like talking about other teams, but that Motherwell one, that was disgraceful. That was absolutely disgraceful. But again, I'm happy that it is disgraceful because it's actually showing everybody throughout the country, as you said in the beginning of the show, everybody's paying attention to this now in what's happening in Scottish football with these officials. It's bad, mate. We were a laughing stock because we all kept moaning about it and all that, and they were all laughing. Oh, it was all great fun. They were winning in a bother and not getting anybody booked or sent off, and it was all great fun and everybody had a great laugh at us. And it's not so funny now when it's happening to all them. You hear Hearts here great and moaning about it. You hear Aberdeen moaning about it. You hear Motherwell, St Mirren will be moaning about it. And rightly so. The St Mirren one in Sunday or Saturday there, that's disgraceful, mate. Somebody get their jaws for that kind of stuff. Come on.
What is the referee seen there, Robert? What is the referee actually seen to think that?
Well, as I've said before, mate, I don't know what fouls are anymore. I'll be honest with that right up front. I just don't know what a foul is anymore because these referees, they're blowing for crazy things. I don't see it. People just falling down, especially defenders running towards their own goal, just fall down. You get a foul. That gets you relieves the pressure that's on you. But the point I was going to make was the black and white. You need to make more parts of the game for these idiot referees, black and white, mate. There's grey areas. You need to start eradicating it. This is crazy, mate. This is just mental because that's where these incompetent clowns live. They live in the grey areas, mate, and they're allowed to participate in a game. I keep saying it, and I'll keep on banging on it. They participate in games, mate. They don't referee games, they participate. That clown on Saturday and Sunday there participated in that game. Then you get the two idiots up in that VAR. They're participating in the game, mate. They're no looking at that rationally and looking at that fairly and going, oh, hold on, we need to do something about this. They're not doing it. But Fox pointed a good point out there before we come on. What was VAR looking at? What were they actually looking at? It says it's gone to VAR. What's gone to VAR? Potential penalty, potential free kick, potential red card, goal scoring opportunity. What went to VAR? Nobody's asked that question, and nobody's actually come up with this. VAR's not explained. Holland's not explained it. What did they go to VAR for then? Because that referee didn't give a free kick. He didn't blow his whistle when he should have blown his whistle. But anyway, back to the black and white stuff. It should be. There's various things. The ball hits you in the hand or the arm in the box. It's a penalty kick to me. Black and white, mate. Make it black and white because these idiots. You can't do that. Sometimes it's no. It is. All the time it is. That decision's taken out of them and VAR will back up. Did it hit you so and it hits out? It's penalty kick. Take it away from them, mate. This playing advantage. Take that away from them as well. Take the timekeeping away from them as well. I'd take as much away for referees as I possibly could because these clowns are showing you exactly how not to referee a game.
Would you take the pee out their whistle?
I would take the pee. I'd take the pee out their brain. You blow up some of their noses, but they'll sound like a whistle. They've got a pea brain. They really are. They're hopeless, mate. Come on, you can't say they're no. Even McCoy, everybody's talking about it now, mate. They're just hopeless. They're not bad. They're hopeless. I call them cheats because I think they're cheating, mate. I really do think they're cheating. That idiot on Saturday and Sunday, I keep saying Saturday, that idiot on Sunday seen that was a foul on Moore. He's seen it, mate. There's no denying he's seen it. He decided not to give that because he's participating in the game. I'm not going to give you a penalty this late in the game. No chance. You might win this game, and I don't think you should win this game. So they should participate in the game. If I was refereeing
that game, when my first call was, I would have gave a free kick outside the ball.
That's exactly right. Blow for the foul, and then let it go to VAR.
I'll be honest with you, Kay, that's what I would have done. That was my initial reaction. Yeah.
I agree with you. In playing time, the referee only gets one look at it. So, listen, I wouldn't disagree with you there because that's where the first point of contact is. But what's the point of talking them through an earpiece and don't ask them out at the monitor as well? And the two of them can then talk it through. What is the actual rule here? They say, right, okay, we see the first.
He should be chastised for not getting the foul, mate.
I know 100%. I agree with you because he has seen it, but he's gave nothing. But the first point of contact's there. But have the two of them discuss it and get to the right decision, because that's what VR's meant to do. It's meant to help the official, no just say, nah, well, we can't give that because this could happen and we might have to red card them, or if we don't give the red card, then we need to give a penalty. And this penalty to Rangers narrative that's been floating about Scottish football for the last couple of years comes into play again then, and then we get to choose the cheating and all that. And all that, I mean, refs are human. In the back of the mind, that's exactly what they're thinking. There's like a contentious decision here to give Rangers 3 points, bottled it. If supporters are accusing our manager and our players of bottling it, well, the officials bottled that yesterday.
Well, he got it wrong. It was a foul. I mean, and then it becomes a different call for VAR, AK. If he gives that free kick and then that's checked because he's now saying there's been a foul, yeah, it becomes a different call.
Yep, and that's what it says, that there should be discussion between the two of them. Let the referee see 2 or 3 different angles that he's maybe no noticed before where the contact was, or if he doesn't think there was contact. Well, if he doesn't think there's contact, then book Mikey Moore for diving then. all sorts of things come into play, which is contentious. But the fact that they didn't even discuss it or the monitor to give him another look to see what he thought had happened and what they think had happened, it's just, it looks amateurish and it looks silly, and it's getting brought up as incompetence and we're calling it cheating, but they didn't come to the right conclusion from your point of view, and that's what's annoying Danny Rowe, because he spoke about it as well, and well, from his point of view.
Right. And it becomes a different conversation through the VAR, because he must be speaking to them and saying, I don't think it was a foul. So what's he seen? Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
Oh, that's the first mistake, mate. That's the very first. That's the start of it. But then you get deeper into it. He should have blown for a foul there, but he doesn't. He's seen it, but he wouldn't blow for it. Again, no black and white for me. They're allowed to get away with these things. But the second thing is the VAR. What were they checking? It's important we find out what they were checking, mate. Because at the end of the day, people are telling me, they can't check for penalties, not because he never blew for a foul. That's nonsense, mate. That's absolutely nonsense. They check for penalty kicks all the time. How many times have you heard that once the players went, oh, hold on, a corner kick, we're checking for a penalty kick here.
And it's no
They do it all the time. But was that what they were checking for? If they were checking for that, they've got to call him and monitor, because you say, look, that did get into the box. Let him make his decision. We're not making that decision because we're refereeing the game. If we make a decision for him in that situation, if it's a clear penalty, they don't need to call him and just say, no, it is a penalty. Right, so they're doing that, but they didn't do that. So that's another mistake. Now, if they're calling him, if they're checking for a goal scoring opportunity, well, it was a goal, so he's going to shoot, and it's a clear goal scoring opportunity. So they've got that wrong. There's 3 they've got wrong. How many did they want to get wrong here, by the way? They're sitting up there, and you're saying, right, you're a pair of clowns, you. I mean, that Robertson, he's up there. I know he was doing the assistant, and it was Dickinson, it was doing the VAR. But nah, no for me, mate. No for me. It's just blatant. If they're saying it, well, we're not cheating, well, it's incompetent, mate. And if you're that level incompetent, you shouldn't be in the game. At this level anyway. You just simply shouldn't be in the game. That idiot referee, you should never referee a top league game again, mate. He's a clown.
He done one game at Ibrox, and I can't remember what game it was, and I think he had a bit of a nightmare. But listen, it started in the first couple of minutes for me. But look, I get it with the officials. I think people have listened to this show for a long time, and I'm no one for blaming referees. I think the referee ultimately got that decision right. My frustrations came yesterday for us, their efforts at trying to make goals, mate. I was really disappointed. I was disappointed. I think Tucci wasn't involved. I thought Raskin was poor. Tavernier, I think I read a stat, he gave the ball away 30 times. For 2 wide men, Moore and Gassimer were pretty anonymous for most of the game. Dimitri's playing Dixie Suter for some of the game. Some of the things that were going on yesterday, I'm scratching my head, and I'm going to say it, AK. You've got a different point of view. Danny's got to learn, mate. The 4-2-3-1, as Billy's pointed out, mate. The last time we played well away from home was 4-3-3 up at Pittodrie, mate, and we won the game in a horrible night. It's a tweak in the system. You win the midfield, you're going the right way. We were going side to side. There were two defenders playing back next to our centre halves. We've named midfield, and they just stifle us, mate. They just stifle us. And it doesn't sound much. And that extra man in midfield running and making runs and giving options to your midfield is a big, big difference. And then you can push the three up. Whereas sometimes because the two, they tend to go deep, they've got too much grunt to cover. We've talked about a lot of that. I've heard a lot of, haven't we? The grunt you've got to cover with that too.
Oh, aye, it's too much. It's way too much.
You know.
We're just getting back to the you don't believe in referees or no whatever.
No, I never
you still
said
believe,
that.
you
I
still,
said I'm not one
still
for
believe.
blaming referees.
They're a man, mate, but
Aye.
you can't say that they've not got effect in games. They do affect
Well, I
games
get
big
that,
time.
mate. I'm frustrated like everybody else and annoyed. You know, and listen, once I seen it back, my initial thought was that's a foul. Right, we're going to get a foul edge of the box. They doesn't blow the whistle, and I'm saying, what's going on? And then when you see it back, and I'm like, oh, I need to see that again. That looks as if it could be a penalty. And then you see it from another angle, you're like, God, that's a stone wall penalty. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But my initial reaction was foul. It's the edge of the box. That was my initial reaction. And then I'm saying to myself, oh, it's on the line. It's a penalty. Okay.
It's undoubted. Listen, I've done a bit of digging, Ox. I put it in the chat. Do you mind if I read it, just in case anybody's not aware of Rule 12? All right, to read it out?
Aye, carry on.
Right. Picked up for the IFAB, right? If a defender initiates a direct free kick foul, like holding, pulling or tripping outside the penalty area, and it continues into the box, a penalty kick is awarded. The offence is judged where it finishes if it's a continuing action, what it was, because he clipped his left leg and then it was his right leg that taken the feet away from Mikey Muir just as he was about to shoot on goal. So that's coming for the director, the IFAB, and Willie Colm is stating to his officials that it's no, it's only shut pools that continues for. Well, he's gained a wrong directive to his officials, and I think that's where the confusion came for the match official and for the VAR official. What is the rule? Because they don't know it, and they're not getting a directive. The correct directive for Willie Colm, according to the IFAB rule there, for me. I think it's quite clear.
Yeah, well, for me, I go back to my point. Yeah. But I think the frustration as a support comes from yesterday. We went there twice and we've really struggled. You know, and we've got out of jail if we're being honest. We've ended up with 4 points. We could have had one. And we've got to get out of that. I mean, they're not a great side. We struggled with them at Ibrox as well. And we have to find ways of putting these teams to bed. We have to be more flexible in our system, and that was one of the things we've congratulated Danny Rowe and all there. It has changed up, but then he's had 3 bad away performances. I've said it again, and I'm going to keep harping on about it. And imagine Billy will be sitting off these toasted cheese, and he'll be saying he's right. The 4-2-3-1. You don't win the midfield, mate. You don't make as many chances as you should make with that amount of possession. And we didn't win the midfield yesterday. Why? Because we didn't have any. Albert. Oh, so he fell off his perch, okay.
It sounds like it. I was just putting in the chat there, listen, it's not the first time or the first manager or the first personnel that we've struggled at Livingston. You get back as far as Gerrard, Gio, Bale, Clement. It's just that we don't like that surface, and they sit in and they play to their strengths and we can't work it out. But I remember Gerrard, you'll recollect it as well, desperate to buy this kind of inventiveness, and we ended up getting Hadji and guys like that. Well, Mikey Moore should be that sort of guy, but he can't do it himself. Scove Olsen was missing yesterday. Gassama was posted missing for last spells yesterday as well. Chermiti didn't have a lot of opportunity. We weren't getting the. It's as if we forgot the basics that got us there for the previous week. You could say about numbers in the box and taking responsibility, but for me, we look to get the ball in the deck, and you can't really play the ball in the deck, so you've got to find an ulterior, solution. And the personnel that he had to pick for him, I thought Majowski would have started yesterday if Nadiri wasn't fit, but he opted for Gassama, and I think Tavernier slows a lot of things down as well. Just whenever he's playing free kicks, the delivery for our corners and free kicks yesterday was appalling. When we had 15 free kicks, corner kicks yesterday, and did we look to threaten at any of them? I can't remember too much, but in previous games, Big Fernandez, Chermiti, Chukwani, Raskin, they're all getting on the end of things, looking to score, and we just didn't look at. So I think there's a lot to do with a few different ingredients that didn't make for a good performance or a good result, which ultimately reflected in the game. So that points is disappointing, Ox, but there's still nothing won yet. I'm just disappointed.
I just need to make sure if he's in. Are you with us there, Albert? Everything all right?
He's on mute.
We're talking away, hopefully. Maybe that's the best way for him to do the show. Right. Get the phone lines open.
Yep.
Let's hear from Ace.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
You'll still be running away there, Rick.
A wee dog biting the ankles. Come on, old bear.
You two ignored me, you'll be saying. Yeah?
Come on, old bear. You bridge man back his button.
Right, so I'm frustrated. I get your thing about the officials, but I'm more frustrated with players. I was disappointed in James Tavernier. I was disappointed in John Shaw. I was disappointed in Nico Raskin. Yeah, I was disappointed in Tucci. I was disappointed in Big Chermiti after his performance. Stay in the centre forward position. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and with times he was coming that deep, you looked through and there was nobody up front, particularly in the first half. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Gassama, he's not been effective in the games. You know, Hibs away, Motherwell away, Livingston away, mate. He hasn't been effective one iota. Let's be honest. Is it too physical for him? Is there not enough space, AK? You know, am I being simplistic? I mean, he wasn't the reason we dropped points. It was a collective yesterday. You know, I'm struggling to say somebody. Moore, all right, he gets the equaliser, so that gives him a bit of a lift. Big Fernandez gets out of jail because he was poor as well yesterday. Yeah, slowed everything down when they pass the ball on. But the other thing, I know, that's where you see the 4-3-3, mate. If Raskin are one of them pulls, there's nobody in midfield for you to pass it to. You're limited options, so they three push up, and it becomes a 4 up front. They're pushing right up against him, and you've no options, mate. That's part of the problem.
You can't go anywhere, and as I say, it becomes a training exercise where it's a defence against attack, and we're no good at breaking down the teams. We've had problems in the past, and we've still got problems. But that's where player responsibility comes. If I've got one criticism of Danny Rowe, it's the fact that he takes too long for me to make his subs, and he's done it a few times. He'll give the starting lineup till at least half time. We'll change it before half time then. Get Bajrami on to make that difference, because when he did come on, he did seem to make a difference. Now maybe that was down to because Livingston some of the players were feeling a wee bit tired, And that's where I think Gassama and Tavernier last week had a really good effect on the team, because he refreshed the legs for the players that he took off. Well, if they start and we start in that kind of lackadaisical pace, we just don't penetrate. We don't look to hurt teams early enough to get that comfort factor to be in a winning position, and then just enjoy the rest of the game. We're poor at that.
Listen, ultimately, if Romans would have scored that header in the start and that'd have been it, then Peter do 1-0, you'd have really enjoyed it at the time, but you'd be happier now.
No, aye, that's right. That's right. It's just disappointing, Ox, isn't it? It's on reflection, it's just disappointing, particularly after beating Hearts last week. But it's I still think they're going to be drop points between the other teams
When was
as well.
when was the last time any team won 10 or 11 games straight?
Aye, there's not. I think Hearts at the start of the season started really well, but of late, well, was there no a table going about for Danny Rowe come in? Hearts were actually sitting fourth in that table, so that just shows you how many points that they've dropped. Motherwell was actually second, so Celtic were third, so it just shows you Rangers and Motherwell are the two foreign teams in Scotland. And to be fair to Motherwell, they had another good victory at the weekend, and who knows, they've got Celtic and Hearts to play before the split, plus we'll play them again in the split, as will we. So they've got some damage to do to some opponents before the end of the season as well.
Aye, it's going to be interesting. Talking about damage, I hope he's all right. Yeah.
He's still on mute.
Aye,
He could go out and come back in.
Right. Don't state the obvious now. I know it's hard for you, but don't state the obvious, yeah?
Well, that's it. Any sensible person would do, Ox. You tell me that.
Aye, any sensible person.
Aye. So anyway, we dust ourselves and kind of look forward to the weekend.
We have to, and we have to. No choice, mate, and we have to go, and we have to put them to the sword on Sunday, mate. It's as simple as that, and hopefully, inflicting them their fourth defeat in a row. Yeah, it's their next game, and they're going to go away. And obviously, when you look at Thursday's result, you fancy the other team, and they'll be playing us, and make it their fourth defeat in a row. But we have to go out and play better. We have to go out with the right attitude. We have to go out with hopefully different personnel, and we have to get it right. We can't have any passengers. We had too many passengers on Sunday, collectively and individually, mate. Let's be really honest, yeah. For all the chances we had, we didn't play well. It's mental. You think you'd make all the chances we played well, we didn't.
Aye, I know. Aye, the lack of the killer instinct in the final third. It's been muted before that Chermiti might cost us games rather than winning games, but you can't pick and choose when you show up, and it seems to be the case. He scored some big goals at Celtic Park and against Hearts last week, but you're a Rangers striker, you're a Rangers player. We expect a level of performance out of you every week, and particularly to be scoring in these sort of games, because it's these sort of games that wins you the league. It's no just against Celtic, it's no just against Hearts, it's against every team in the league, and that's what our great strikers in the past have been good at.
Did Chermiti of the team make the goal, make a save yesterday?
I can't recollect it. There was a kind of stramash in the penalty area, one in the 6-yard box.
Maybe had it half a goal in the first half.
Aye. That's the only one I can think of.
Came on, he'd one decent effort, a good save, and then was involved with a flick apart for Mikey Moore. He did the one. I can't remember Miovski touching the ball apart from the two moments. I really can't.
I know, but this is a problem. It looks a wee bit like panicky when you've got three strikers on the park when you're looking for the goals, because they still have to get service. You still need to keep your structure as a team, and look to put the ball into dangerous areas as quickly as possible. But even after going two each, Oxman, there was still plenty of time. left in again with
wouldn't
the
pass the
injury
ball
time and
in,
stuff.
mate.
But,
We wouldn't pass the
we
ball in.
didn't get it into the danger areas quickly enough. And that's where, again, is that Danny Rowe's fault, or is that the lack of responsibility for the players on the park? That's
Well,
where he starts going.
When Danny Rose throws his dice, mate, and he puts the players on, there's no lot he can do. It's not
Exactly.
It's not Danny Rowe's fault when, say, Raskin passes the ball right out the park. You
I know.
can't blame Danny for that. But you can criticise anybody managers, and by the way, it's hindsight. A lot of the criticism we do is in hindsight, but we've seen it in the day 3 away games about the system. But the fact that we don't pass the ball well, the fact that Scove Olsen, well, we'll need to talk about him. And at the moment, mate, would you sign him? I wouldn't.
No, for the money that we're looking for. I think Czerny showed much more than what Scove Olsen has done so far for the likes of the money involved. But he's meant to be the difference maker. He's meant to be that guy to bring the quality in the final third to win his games like yesterday. And it's not happening for him, which is clearly disappointing as well. I mean, where was Ant-Man yesterday, Ox? Nobody seemed to ask our manager on that.
I don't even think he was on the bench, was he?
No, he wasn't. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't on the bench at all.
Is he one of the ones he was talking about, mate?
Possibly, aye. Diamondi, would you know, have brought him on instead of Asgard?
Listen, I thought yesterday when we needed to go at half time, I might have brought Diamondi on for Tucci. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Raskin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, but I just frustrated. I'm frustrated. I get your point about the ref. I mean, at the death, but it was equally as bad in the first minute, mate, when Tucci get fouled, mate. It's a yellow card, and then a few minutes later, the same guy makes another foul. You know, and these things can change matches. It doesn't matter if it's the first or last minute. You know, the one right outside the box, mate, when Tucci get tackled, the guy was late. Yellow card. You know, but I just feel as if we've got to do better. We've got to do better. We've got to do better. Easter Road, we've got to do better at Fir Park, we've got to do better at Livingston. And we've got to collectively, no individually, collectively, because let's be honest, if you take the 3 games, mate, we've hardly had a player kick a ball. And that's poor, mate.
Aye. Particularly when we've done so well to put in a position of challenge. So I hear you, I get you 100%, and you'll have everybody nodding their head at the radio on your words. But we've proved ourselves to go away from him to Pittodrie, to Easter Road, to Celtic Park already this season. But you win all your games at home, and you win as many points away from him as you can. But it comes down attitude application a lot of the times. Tannadice was another one with the drop points. Should have won that night and ended up.
I mean, that was a bit different, AK. That was a bit different.
Aye, we played well that night.
Aye. We played some decent stuff, and we you know, it was, I suppose in some respects it was a wee bit like yesterday, but I think we played better that night than we did yesterday. Yeah.
Aye, I agree with you, pal.
Yeah. So, look, come and join us.
Aye, Albert, come and join us.
No, just be careful what you're saying, AK. Just be careful.
I've just said Albert to come and join us.
Just be careful. Right. Right. So, look, we have to move on for it. We have to park it, but it's always raw, and it's always after a game, mate, when you've reflected, you had the pleasure of seeing it, and then the aftermatch show yesterday. It's great fun, isn't it?
Oh, aye. Aye. Rob and I with a few of them.
It's great fun.
It's good when you're winning, isn't it? But listen, Bears vent off, frustrated, angry, disappointed, all your emotions. We've every right to, and a lot of it is we're all singing off the same hymn sheet. But when you see something as blatant as that just underlines it.
Aye. But it can't hide for the fact that we've not played well. We've got to go out and there's something we have to improve. Yeah. And you've mentioned a lot. You maybe say the leadership group and maybe Tab, but Tab didn't play much at Easter Road, did he? I think he came on the last. No, he didn't. Aaron's come on. Tab went off at first part, and then we lost a goal. Yeah, and I didn't think he did a great game. You know, and it's for experienced players. You know, the goal against Hearts, the goal we lost with the free kick, the cross against Motherwell, the two fouls that John, I don't know, I've need to see him again. Albert says he doesn't touch him, but for me, he was just naive twice. You know, he's just got to be. He's better than that, and no gear him. I know they're playing for them. That's what they're doing. And there's no real danger in both occasions. You've just got to be cuter and let them play with the head, not with the heart. Yeah.
Aye, well, listen, they felt the need that they had to change their manager, you know, because Martindale wasn't getting a tune out of them. And to be fair, Marvin Bartley has got a tune out of them. When Celtic are beating them with the last kick of the ball at Parkhead just last week or the week before, they've gave Falkirk a difficult game. I didn't expect a particularly difficult game, and there's a lot of it. Listen, I can't argue with. It was self-inflicted, a lot of us, but you can't start a game like that and go 2-0 down, and then you put yourself under the cost of the position we're in.
Aye. You know the best tweet I got on Saturday morning? Somebody sent me a message, saying, I don't know if you've seen it. Rangers and Celtic kicking off at the same time. Great excitement. They'll be able to watch. And we watch the Rangers game in the last 20 minutes of the Celtic game.
Aye, I know. Aye, how true. It ended up the other way about, though. I think we've been joined with a caller there, Ox.
How we doing, Ross?
All right, bro. How's it going, Ox?
I'm all right, mate. Yourself?
Ox, again, back to talking about this mighty Rangers, mate. Again, Ox, try to walk the ball into the net. That is not going to happen, Ox. We need to just go for the ball and start shooting. Come on, let's be serious here. What happened on Sunday?
Well, we didn't play well, mate, for a start, but the stats don't bear you out yesterday, Ross. AK, how many shots did we have?
Good evening, Ross. I'll quickly run through these stats for you, pal. Right, see your XG yesterday, the expected goals. We were 3.63, with 73% possession, 31 shots on goal, 14 on target, 7 big chances, 15 corners, and they had 9 goalkeeper saves to Butland's 1. So on paper, on stats, we dominated that game yesterday.
It was just poor. I've got nothing else to say. I mean, if we're going to play like that this Sunday, come on.
Aye, we've got to play like we did last Sunday, next Sunday, Ross, yeah?
Aye, I've got to play, got to come out and just battle that ball into the net. That's what I've got to do.
Aye, look, we didn't play well, Ross. We can't put up an argument, and we lost goals that we shouldn't. Just the goals we lost, AK, again. The second goal, mate, when the ball goes into the box, we clear it because we don't put anybody at the edge, mate. We're always likely to, we're getting the ball away right at the edge of the box constantly.
Aye, dangerous area. We left a man free in the edge of the box as well, which was no good. Somebody sleeping, somebody not picking up their man and recognising that danger. So, aye, self-inflicted, Ox, but I can't say anything otherwise.
Hey, Kim, just want to say to you, see that, obviously that was coming a penalty we got, by the way. I watched that again. That was in the box, AK. Don't know what you think, but it was definitely 100% in the box.
Aye, we don't. AK.
I agree with you, pal. I agree with you. The initial contact in the left leg was just on the outside of the box, but he carried inside the box to kind of sweep his legs away from just as Mikey Moore was about to shoot. And according to the IFAB rules, that's a penalty and should have been awarded so. But nothing was given, and that's where everybody's flabbergasted.
I mean, who's the referee for Sunday? Do we ken yet?
We don't know yet, mate. I don't know yet. I think they're having a meeting tonight in Carfin to decide. That's the last I heard.
The group.
They'll be having a meeting outside the city lately.
Aye, well, maybe they'll have a meeting tomorrow. Glasgow District Council will have a meeting somewhere. Where would they have a meeting? I wonder where they'd have one AK, yeah?
Aye, I think we can all guess. But aye, we'll probably be like Frank Connor on the line and Kevin Clancy or Don Robertson or one of them. Or their favourite son, Nick Walsh. He's good at getting these games. But listen, we need to start better next week. That's for sure. And just leave everything out on the park to get the 3 points.
All I want to say is, what do you think for Sunday? I'll go for 2-1 Rangers. Ox, what about you?
Listen, Ross, we've got another 8 hours, 9 hours before we get to Sunday, mate. We'll concentrate on tomorrow, yesterday, and before we'll start building up with Sunday once we get this out of our system. But I hope you're right, mate. Any victory. Yeah, any victory.
All I want to say, no surrender. We are the people. Come on, Rangers. Get right stuck into this lot Sunday. Cheers, lads. No surrender.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Ross.
Aye. I can't not get any sleep between now and Sunday, mate. I'll be knackered, not really.
Aye, tossing and turning all week, thinking that. It's going to be a big game, Ox, isn't it? It's going to be a big game.
Aye, that's what you want, you know, in some respects, you know what I mean? But it'd be really good to put a bit of pressure on them, and but we have to perform, and but that's the frustration. The frustration is last week to this week. That's the frustration, AK.
You could kill their chances, Ox, but Stu on the other foot, they could kill us. We could kill each other, and Hearts, you know, I take it they're on the Saturday again. They play before us, so we know their result. I take it, aye. But it's in fact, I might have it myself. Actually, they play Aberdeen. Aberdeen at home.
They're at home in Aberdeen, aren't they?
Aye, so they're kind of fighting for their life a wee bit. They're not in great form, but I don't think Hearts are in great form. I don't think we're in particularly great form, and Celtic certainly aren't in great form. So it's some title chase this year. The one forum team there now is Motherwell, but I think that the points magnitude that they would have to make up to be crowned champions, I think would be too much. But it's not to say that they'll no do damage to other teams round about us to help us. But we need to help.
Last week, maybe you just have to keep winning, and the narrative has not changed. But the frustration is we've gave Hearts 2 points. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, we'd have kept a clean sheet yesterday and won 2-0. We'd actually moved a goal further away from Hearts, and the goal difference will actually improve our situation, but we never. And that's the frustration that's came for the week before. We played well, won the game, everybody's up for it, and then flat and frustrated, and the roller coaster of yesterday. You know, and, you know, and all the frustrations and all the I don't know, anger at times towards some of the players, because it's not that we've seen all of them do better, all of them.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. They're getting paid plenty as well to produce big performances. It's all there, but do they want it? They need to go out there and grab it with the scruff of the neck. It'll no come to you. You need to earn the right to win titles and win games of football. And if you're not showing that, that attitude, that proper attitude that we're looking for, then you're not going to. The expecting crowd, when we were 3/4 of the stadium there yesterday, so they had all the vocal support, they had everything in front of them, and they still couldn't motivate themselves, and that's where we're all raging, disappointed, angry. You know, the opportunities are slipping by, and they are costly now because the games are running out. We've still got 10 games to go, but that deficit there becomes more apparent as the games get ticked off.
All right, we've reached that time of the evening. Get yourself to mute, because we're going to have a tune.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road, the west, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, nice wee ditty there. All right there, Albert?
Aye, but technical problems there, mate.
Yes, mate, no problem, mate, no problem. Not a problem. Oh, listen, I had every faith you, AK's want to substitute you. Yeah. You know who your pals
Oh,
are?
not at all.
Yeah, you know who your
Not
pals
at all,
are,
Albert. Don't listen to him.
You got to be like, you
Welcome
got
back.
to be like Danny. You got to be ruthless.
just
Mate.
read
Get me
this
off.
out.
Get him off.
You listen to this. If you don't want to say, I'll just read it out. Yeah. Can anybody step in the second half? What's happening, Albert? He's want to kick you when you're doing Albert. You find out who your pals are, your times are in person, mate.
Ruthless, mate. That's the way it's got to be. Ruthless. It's
I would have
management.
waited to half time. I'd have given you sooner if I'm honest. But that's just me.
I was on the ball at the time. You know what I mean?
Oh dear. Right. We're going to talk this to death, you know, and everybody's frustrated, but we were so high last week because it was a decent performance and a decent game. That was exciting yesterday in different levels, all better. But I'll say it again, I don't think with anybody who get more than a 6. And if I look at the last 3 games, our best player, I think, in the 3 individual away games was De Giga and Murrable, and he's disappeared.
Aye. It's we've not been playing well. I've said it all along. I don't think we've even kicked into gear yet. I'm just waiting for us to kick into gear. we thought the Hibs game was a wake-up call. Then we thought the Motherwell game was a wake-up call. Now we're thinking this game's a wake-up call. Well, you're after the Hearts game. The Motherwell game woke us up for the Hearts game, and you're saying, right, they've learnt now. And then you get we get dished up on Sunday, and it's bad. I keep saying it. I don't think we played bad, mate. I just couldn't put the ball in the net. It's just one. I'm putting it down to one of the games, mate. It's just one of the games that, fair enough. Referee, fair enough. They had their parts to play as they usually do in games. Shouldn't have been talking about them, but it just seems to be that's the way it is now. But no, it's too bad. Well, one bad goal. The first goal that the Livingston scored, give the guy a bit of credit. I mean, that was an absolute peachy of goal.
You'll not do that again, will he?
No, he'll be remembered for all time for that goal up to the Livingston fans. No, I mean, it was a hell of a goal, mate. It was a beauty, an absolute stationary a goal. The second one, no, I'm nowhere in that one. The trouble with the second one, I was screaming, there's all got to coaches in every aspect of your game and your position. I mean, you're looking at that, not one of them looked across to see that boy stand his cell. He was a boy that the ball came in for the free kick. He flicks it on, and then it goes out, cleared out the area, goes to the other player, and he just picks him out. Stunning, miles and acres of space. And I'm saying, and they're all charging out to try and get the guy. We're too far away for the guy with the ball as well. And I'm saying, is Danny Rowe got to coach you in every single aspect of your position? You don't see, nobody sees, there's a guy standing in your area free. Somebody go to the guy that's free, mark the guy that's free. But we all run the one way after the ball, and nobody was getting anywhere close to get to even if the guy wanted to take a shot, there was nobody getting close to block it. And you're saying, there we go again. It's stupidity. And it must have rolled off his nut, by the way. The defensive guy as well, the guy who does the free kicks and all that, and that sort of work, he must be going off his nut with him. But what he's doing, you don't see a guy standing in all that space in your area. It's nuts, totally nuts. So I'm not accepting the second one. The second one as a team meltdown. It really was, mate. I'm glad
you mentioned the setup coach, because he's had a lot of praise, if I'm being honest.
Rightly so.
I don't like some of the way we set up defensively. You know, I think we put everybody back, and then when we do clear it, we might not lose something for the actual set piece, but we're always in danger for a second ball coming in, and then we can lose it for that, because when we clear it, it's only going back to them. Why do we know people in the edge of the box? Why do we know somebody up front? Take Gassama, for instance. He's not got a defensive bone in his body. You might as well have him standing in a half-fight line. Don't know what you think.
I've said that before, Ox. I think there 2 or 3 have said that. For us defending a corner, we've got everybody back in our area. Have that out ball, have guys on the posts, as you say, have guys in the edge of the area. They're looking to counter attack. One of our defenders gets a header on it. We're looking to put them in the back foot, because they're out of shape, and we're no. You're right, because of the amount of bodies that they've got in the box. We're kind of deep in the box, so that second ball, we're having to defend that as well as either the corner or the free kick where the ball's coming from. So it's a fair point, mate.
Mr. Fox, you couldn't even listen in the first half of the show. He just messaged me. Is Scott Volson a waste of a Chelsea? I think we touched on that. But me and you thought at this moment in time we wouldn't sign him. We both agreed, AK, yeah?
Yeah, correct. Aye, for the wage or the transfer fee that we're looking for more of them. So aye, come on, Fox.
We'll get the brains in the operations take on that. Albert.
Well, at the moment he's not worth the money. No, definitely not worth the money. You can see the boys get quality, but he's not doing anything for us. Really, not doing anything for us. Scored a goal right enough, but maybe set one up. You get credit for setting one up, maybe, but apart from that, very little. I mean, see, like say the way I look at Olsen is that see the Hibs game, the Motherwell game. He was there in the Hibs game, wasn't he? I don't think he played in these games, but that's what you bought him. Aye, that's what in my mind, that's what he's for these tight games. He's the difference maker. He actually creates a goal or scores a goal to win the game. That's what I thought he was brought in today. And it probably is what he's brought in to do. He's just taking too long to settle, mate. He's taking too long to get up to the speed of the game. And let's be honest about it, the level he's been playing at, I know he's not been playing, but the level he had been playing at before he stopped playing was higher level than the Scottish game. So you think this shouldn't be a problem here, this league. This skill-wise, technical-wise, it shouldn't be a problem. But it seems to be a problem. It seems to be that he can't seem to get by anybody. He gets by sometimes, but very rarely. I'm expecting him to rip this league up. But he's far away for that, mate. Way far away for that. No. So to answer your question, is he worth the money? No.
Mr. Fox has just put us on in one place. Good point, well made, Fox. Good point, well made. What he said was he doesn't listen to us. Don't blame him, AK.
He doesn't listen to us.
Who listens to us? Nothing like straight to the point, Fox.
Who listens to anybody? Let's be honest about it. Nobody listens to anybody.
I don't think it really takes into consideration how sensitive we are all bit.
Aye, well, he's got to think of that, mate. This is the land of victimhood, isn't it now? This is the country of victimhood and feel sorry for feelings. It's a country of feelings now.
As you know, I'm known for my sensitivity.
Aye, you've got thick skin in this show. You've got to have. Yeah, by the way, I hope Big Stevie enjoyed his burger yesterday.
Did somebody buy him the winnings of the Southside Super 6? How did that go the weekend?
Flopped. He's consistent.
Aye.
Consistently bad.
We're moving into another month, aren't we?
Another year.
This was a short month. To be fair, this is a short month.
Aye.
Some people say, thank God.
Aye, some man. Aye, people got their tickets through the due, £53 for the cup tie. I was speaking to somebody who didn't have any winnings for Southside Super 6. And he just thought it was a wee bit OTT. And I'm not surprised. But I actually do agree that I just think it's a wee bit OTT. Like I thought the UEFA Cup tie tickets were maybe a £5 price. I think this is maybe a £5 or a £10 OTT. Just my opinion. AK?
I was just going to say there, I'm not sure, but reading between the lines, I think that email actually got retracted. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is that price, to be honest with you, but they're fleecing the fans. I think Southside was probably around about the £35 to £40 mark. That'd have been more than good enough, because I think that's your price would be for your semi and your final. So, but aye, we'll see. But they know full well they're going to get a full house regardless. You could charge you £100 a ticket, and they would still fill live for that, you know.
Who sets the price for these cup games?
The SFA, would imagine, wouldn't it? They split the gate as well.
I think we're being joined by Big Stevie. Evening, Stephen.
Good evening, troops. How are we?
How are you, mate? How are you? How's the laps?
Brand new, mate. Brand new. I'm just giving you a wee quick call. I just want to thank young Andrew McDonald for helping us out Saturday with a ticket at the last minute. One of the boys were short in the minibus, and we made a few calls to other clubs and that. And we came up trumps and we got a boy in, an army boy who was out on leave, so helped us out. Everything was all good in the hood for my end, but I just wanted to thank young Andrew for doing that. That was brand new. Pulled us out of hole, saved us caving the doors in and charging them again, know what I mean?
You the overalls, were you?
No, that was the whole point. We had left. No, we just and he dug us out a hole. But you've no idea what he's on to see this team, man. You know, boys are jumping in and they get when they phone and we're phoning all the different clubs and clubs are phoning you back. You're non-stop. And then if you get one and phoning Belfast boys and that and how many he's around, what's happening, it's absolute nuts to go and see this team. And then, but lo and behold, they come out and they play in the first half again as if they've never played together, as if they've never seen a ball. They're no pedestrian, lackadaisical, can't find their men, couldn't tackle a fist up, and you're going, what's going on here? Did they realise we're fighting for a league championship here? And then, lo and behold, second half, they fling everything by the kitchen sink at them. They get the 2 goals back. Unreal, man. Absolutely unreal. And we cannot talk about was it in the box, out the box, was it a penalty, was it no? We were robbed in my eyes. No matter what the decision was, it should have been a free kick outside the box. The man should have been sent off. It's a goal scorer. He's pulled the trigger back. He's ready to dig a goal. And he's been brought down. Whether it was inside or outside, we should have got something. We get nothing. How can they justify that? How can they justify that?
Thought it was a foul all day long, Stevie, then the rest
A
of it.
foul and a sending off. It's, to me, watching it through everything I've watched it on all the different Sky Sports rerun and everything else, it's outside the box, but it's still a goal scoring opportunity. The boy, it should have been a free kick at Rangers, and the boy should have been sent off. We get nothing. No, absolutely nothing. It's just blatant. No, it's, I mean, nothing, Box. Absolutely not. Out of probably 3 different scenarios. Didn't get anything.
I know, I think Albert made the point. He made the same point earlier on, Albert.
I know, I mean, as I said, Stevie, what was VAR check? They never even let you know what VAR's checking. So it's all a mystery, mate. But the first thing's first. The first thing's first. That referee sees that's a free kick and just refused to get it for whatever reason, best known to himself. But he can't say he didn't see it, mate. It's blatant. He's seen it, and then just ran away and went, "No, we're not giving you that." So that was the start, and then it just escalated for there. And by the way, I seen that wee video of you getting your grub getting tampered with. That's out of order, mate. Don't agree with that. That's out of order. Tamper fear me a man's grub.
Listen, by the way, they'll suffer for that. They'll be getting apple. They'll be drinking apple juice before you know it. Don't you worry, that young team will suffer. Dude, I'll tell you the story, right? But the young team have went, right, we've had enough. I'm going to the office. Right, I mean, I'll let you know where you are getting. I'll tell him anybody. So they text me, we're in the burger shop. You want, man? I said, aye. And they brought it back. And the dirty swines told the boy to make it extra inferno hot. I've never tasted anything like it in my life, by the way. It was like something putting a roast in the whole pocket in your mouth. It was absolutely out of order. But anyway, I'm glad she's got a wee chocolate. But you rest assured, there's more ways to skin a cat if you start with the arse, and I'll get them back. I'll tell you that right now. They'll be walking eggshells.
And what about when it came out? How was it coming out?
Look, it went for trapping 3 points to get a point, and you see the wee bit of fight the second half.
Oh, thought about your burger.
All right. Listen, I couldn't even eat it, and that shows you how hot it must have been if I couldn't eat it. You know what I mean? I was sweating like Pavarotti in a cake shop, just let me tell you. But anyway, listen, the young team are all brilliant on that bus. They're all full of fun and whatever. You've got to look, you drink with them, you've got to suffer them. End of story. That's how it is. But we're all bells together. And on the way back, we just put the battle hymns on and they just got into it, didn't we? The flutes were out and that. Listen, that's what it is. We're still in the chase. We're still in the fight. You know what I mean? So we just need to get up and get on with it. But I just wanted to come on and thank Andrew for what he'd done for the boy, and we all got in. I mean, we all went, and we've seen what happened, and we know it's 2 points trapped in my eyes. No a point gained in the end of it. It's 2 points trapped, but how can we not start the way we finish? You know, we pounded them into the ground, shooting from everywhere, and we got the 2 goals and then we were robbed out. I mean, as Albert was talking there's all different scenarios. If the tackle happens outside the box and continues into the box, is it a penalty? Is that only with certain things? If it's on the line, is it a penalty? To me, it was outside the box. It was a goal-scoring opportunity. The boy should have been sent off. But to get absolute nothing for VAR, who they're saying VAR will only check it if it happens inside the box, right? They'll only check it if it's inside the box. So they don't get involved with anything outside the box. So they've no get involved at all. But how the referees don't get that as a foul? If he must have seen that as a foul, surely. It's 10 years away from it or something. So to me, I'm going to say it how it is. A lot of people are dancing about it. Me personally, I just think the guy's got one eyebrow. He's one of them, and he's been, I ain't keen it. End of story. There's no other explanation for it. It's blatant.
Anyway, we'll also be joined by Bob Chair. Evening, Bob Chair.
Hi, good evening. I'm not a happy bear either. And I can't get any burgers that you eat in your arse goes down for a drink. Well, there you go. I've had them and all. I'll go get an Easter Rodian day. I had to take a week off my work. I had to turn myself upside down and count the rings. Anyway, yesterday I'm only going to use one description. Terrible. No other word. Rangers just didn't turn up. Why did Suter foul the boy? It's all been analysed out with over the last 220 minutes. But Rangers were dreadful, boys. They really were. They were lucky to get out that game with a point. The Mikey Moore incident baffled me and all, like it's baffled the rest of football this morning. But that's Scottish referees for you. We must improve on the away form. I said that to you last Thursday on the Throwhawks. I don't know if you remember. I didn't want to go here on Sunday and get into any of these, I hate this word, any of these turgid games where nothing's going right for you. Well, that's exactly what happened. I wish I shut my big mouth. But the defending was poor. The midfield was poor. The front, everything was poor about Rangers. The only pass mark I gave was the left back. Everybody else was terrible. And that can't happen on Sunday against them. Didn't he write them off, by the way?
Have you been reading my script, Bob Chair? That was exactly
I have
what
not.
I said.
No, I have not.
Exactly what
No.
I said. You know?
I have not. That's my own opinion.
I
don't think it's too far off the mark.
And Romans only gave him a 6. I'll go to Albert. He can chip in, and then we'll be joined by Josh. When you go, Albert.
I don't agree with it. We played bad. I don't agree with that, but we did let them drag us into their type of game. That was obvious, but it's just bad finishing as far as I could see, mate. Plenty of chances to win it before they even scored. With chances, then they scored, and then with more chances, still couldn't do it. It was miraculous goalkeeping and miraculous clearances as well. I mean, I just put it one of the days. You could have. I didn't. In fact, before that boy gets sent off, I didn't see it scoring at all. But as soon as he went off, the whole game changed, and we started to come really into the game. And then we done great to get 2 goals, fight back for a draw. It's no good enough to win leagues, but it's still something. We fought back. We did get back into the game. And then what happened with the officials? It's normal for that, isn't it? It's but hell, it's just an opinion. It's just what I've seen. It's just one of the things that happens. It will happen to other teams as well, mate. It's just you can't legislate for it. Mitigating circumstances, there isn't any. It's just a case that you never put the ball in the net when you had the opportunity to do it, especially the big Trinity one with the goalkeeper and the defenders lying on the ground. If he just lifts the ball, it's a goal. But he decides to smash it against if the defender doesn't get it, the goalkeeper's going to get it, but the goalkeeper leaned out of the defender and palmed it away. You're like, how do you just lift it and put it into the roof of the net? There you go. It's all what's maybe no smart after the event type things. But I didn't think we played bad, mate. I really didn't.
I disagree with you, mate. I didn't think we were great. Yeah.
I'm not saying they're great, but I didn't think we played bad. I mean, I don't think we're great. I'm going to say we were absolutely outstanding or anything like that. We're just unlucky. But But weren't they bad?
The stats don't tell you that we were bad, do they? But look, we were woeful in the first half and we played a lot better in the second half. That's how I seen it. But when are we going to be good in both halves? It was the same at Easter Road. We thought, man, what's happened to us here? Too many away days on the road now. We're no hitting it right. We're just no getting. I mean, let's be honest. Scott Wilson was a waste of clays, right? You've got the boy Gassimer. He's the most frustrating player on the planet. You know, he's got something. He can't pass a ball, he can't tackle, he can't run, he'll take a man on at the right times. His choice making's all over the place. I mean, I don't know how many times I was grabbing the lassie's hair in front of me, trying to go to the party top, shout at him. Honestly, unbelievable, man. Rangers are frustrating the hell out of us all because they got there and they did it. But I mean, even against Hearts at Ibrox, we get silly goals away. When are we going to start? Shooter, big Soapy. Big Soapy will need to get his fire out if he wants to go in this World Cup. As I'll tell you now, if I was international manager watching him the last few performances, I'd be saying I don't think so. I'm telling you right now that we were woeful in the first half, woeful, and we came out. And when the boy gets sent off, that's when we started really upping the ante a wee bit. But let's be honest, we should be putting Livingston away. You're running for a league championship here. You should be running over the top of them. The game should be done in the first half, and we come out and play like a team that's never played together. But anyway, look, boys, I only come on to thank Andrew for getting the boy the ticket and just to say hello to you, well done with the platform and keep it going for the Rangers. Okay, as old Bridgeman says, all right. Bob, Jerry, you keep the jokes going. You give a wee chuckle, mate. And
no, you're not getting the German barber again. Never again. That was bad.
Aye. Albert, one of the boys in the bus are doing 3 Viagra for a tenner. Okay, let me know when you need it. Need a Keep it going for that. By the way, we're still in the title fight. We beat them in Marine Grun on Saturday. How would we not beat them? We beat them 3-1 in the Chamber of Secrets. Let's go here on Saturday, roll the sleeves up, put them out the game. They put them out their misery. They'll get beaten Thursday night and then they'll get beat with us and that'll be it. There'll be sharp fences flying all over the place. So, we're still in this. Let's take the positives out of Saturday. What did the banner say the Union Bears released on Saturday? What did they put out? Never surrender. And to be fair, they didn't. They fought to the end and they got a point. And it could be a big, big point at the end of the season. So just try and take a positive sometimes. Right, okay, boys, I'll leave you at that. Good night.
Before you go, I'll put a quick text, by the way. Albert of 3, Mrs. Albert wants 9.
9.
As soon as you mentioned it, a big smile came on her face. There was you put me under pressure, you.
Albert.
All night.
Albert, these are extra powerful. You need to swallow them quick. You got a stiff neck. Hey, I'm away.
Anyway, we'll be joined by Josh. Evening, Josh.
How we doing, boys? All right?
Hi, Josh.
All right, mate. Yourself?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I was on last night and we had a good discussion, Robert, and that with the after the game phone in, and I was a wee bit disappointed because I did say on Friday we would win, and I was actually kind of disappointed with the performance. We can have all the chances and all that kind of stuff if we want. But if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, it's no use having 35 chances and 99.9% possession. I just put it down to the last 6 games for Hibs, Killie, Queen's Park, Motherwell, Hearts, and yesterday. It's just too up and down, too dysfunctional, and I think there's just a blockage somewhere. I don't know what. I can't put my finger on it. It's just too in and out. 3 draws and 3 wins is just no championship title winning mentality. But a team like us, I mean, we should be strolling this league after beating Hearts, and it was virtually the same team that we put out yesterday. How can they not do it? I don't buy the pitch caper. If you're a good player, you'll play in any pitch. You should get a result because we've got quality in the team, Romans and everything. And we just, to be honest, and I said this yesterday, if that guy for Livingston never gets sent off, we would have got beat yesterday. We would have got beat. I didn't see his scoring until that guy gets sent off in the 75th or 76th minute or something, whatever it was. Then we started. The gaps opened. They were rigid and they wanted it. Livingston wanted it more than us, and that is scandalous. That is embarrassing for us because we're going for a title. They're going for survival, for relegation, but we're going for a title. We're going for a title here. We blew away Hearts, and it's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Livingston wanted it. That keeper will never ever make so many outstanding saves in his life. And for Chamiti not to chip the ball over the player on the ground, Dessers would have scored that.
I don't know, mate. I mean, we've seen Dessers miss worse than that, AK.
He's a better goal scorer. The guy scored 50 odd goals, and he's
we've seen Dessers miss worse than that, AK.
I know he needs time.
AK.
Aye. Listen, we're disappointed, Josh. We spoke about it yesterday, mate. We are all disappointed. That red card was the 60th minute, actually, mate. But it's opportunity lost again. I think that's how we all feel despondent. But let's not forget, start of the season, we were 15 points dropped before Danny Rowe came in. You know, so we're starting to well behind the kind of title race. We've done well to put us in the title race, but we're still, when we get that opportunity to maybe put more pressure or to go on top, there just seems to be that mental block, because it's happened in the past under Clement and under Bale and under Gio. We put ourselves in a winning position and then we drop silly points, and that's the frustrating thing that still lingers round about the mentality of the team. And it's different personnel, so I don't know what you put it down to.
Anyway, talking about personnel, we'll be joined by Billy. Evening, Billy.
Evening, lads. Evening. You're cool doing a wee bit, no? Aye, maybe.
Aye, Billy.
No, I heard you talking about, I think it was Albert talking about second boys and that. I listened to Danny Rowe's presser after the game yesterday. You know, I've been banging on about this for long enough. Winning second boys. See, in my opinion, I don't know what your thoughts are. See, winning the second ball, I think it's more important than actually winning the first. Right? Now, if you mark up properly and compete, right, and you can score, your opponent score a goal against you, put your hands up and say, right, we did our job there. Right? But see if you're not winning the second ball, right? You know, to me, if you don't get out quick enough, you lose your shape, you know, and you put more pressure on yourselves by losing your shape, by not winning the second ball than what you actually do when you're set up to win the first one. I think the second ball is massive in football, and that's what really frustrates me with Rangers in different games. We don't compete well enough to win that second ball. And Danny Rowe touched on it yesterday, so he's obviously seen it as well.
Billy, I'll be honest with you, I just think yesterday, with too many players, and well, the whole team collectively, they played well, if we're honest. I think you're right, the second goal shows up about the second ball, yeah, was it particularly the second goal you were talking about?
Just, basically, all day, mate. All day we never won second balls, eh?
I will part of that with the centre-halves stay, win it, and they put it in the midfield, mate. We've got 2 against 4 there.
Aye. Aye, I know, mate. It's frustrating. It's frustrating as well, Ox. You know, I get set. I can also say, just to touch, I want to clarify a couple of things and all. People's obviously get their own opinions. I get sent something today. I'm going to read it out as quickly as I can, right? It's regarding the situation with Mikey Moore, right? The referee deemed initial contact not a foul and is outside the box. The second foul is a scissor tackle with Moore's foot caught under the player, is inside the box, and that should have been highlighted and brought back by VAR and a penalty awarded. IFAB, the principle, if a minor trip outside fails to stop the attacker and the second separate and more kick, foul, trip, push or kick occurs inside the penalty area, a penalty kick is awarded. Wait and see rule. Advantage. If the referee allowed the play to continue after a foul, first foul, advantage. The final foul location determines the restart. Key distinction, unlike continuous holding offences that start outside and moves inside, which is a penalty, the two separate infractions mean the second one counts, which means he was fouled inside the box with a scissor challenge, so it's a penalty kick, right? This provided text is an interpretation of the discussion of Law 12, fouls and misconduct, and Law 5, the referee, specifically focusing on application of the advantage rule and the location of multiple fouls, whilst in the phrasing in your text appears to be from involving a player, obviously named Moore, in a scissor tackle. So it's a penalty kick. That's the laws and regulations of the game. So therefore, the referee doesn't know his own rules of the game, and neither does those in the VAR room. And that's the bottom line here, troops.
I mean, my big criticism of the referee, Billy, I'll be really honest with you, my initial reaction was it was a foul outside the box. And Big Stevie's just come on and he says he still thinks it was a foul outside the box. I haven't watched it back. When I've seen it from another angle, I think, oh, that's a penalty kick. But what I'm saying is, when it's a penalty kick inside the box or outside the box, he missed an absolute blatant foul.
I mean, what was the actual? When they stopped to play, I think they stopped to play for 3 minutes. So it's went to VAR. So what were VAR actually looking at, Ox?
Well, that's what we don't know, mate.
You know, what were they looking at?
And, and obviously, the bit we read out very similar about half an hour ago. You know,
I'm sorry, I never heard that, mate.
No, it's all right, mate. You should. I know you turned half an AK's on. Don't blame me, mate. AK.
Hey, you.
You mentioned similar, didn't you?
I did, Billy. You must have missed that, pal. I get sent pretty similar. And see, for me, Billy, Willie Collum is instructing his referees and all that because he's been on that stupid YouTube show that he does the same, and he says it's only for shirt pulls that carries on into the box, whereas that rule that you've just read, I read earlier, IFAB states it also applies to tackles. If your initial challenge, the contact is outside the box, and the second leg swipe is inside the box, it's the same thing. So it should be a penalty awarded. So 100% agree with you. And it's him that's the problem. Willie Collum is giving his referees and the VR officials a different directive, but the IFAB rules is giving the rest of the referees in the world. So it's him that's the problem. That's how I think the two officials came to and said, well, we don't know the rules, so we can't give nothing. So for me, they bottled it. But why did they know ask the referee to go out to the screen as well, Billy, and consult with each other instead of him just standing there going, I don't know, it's not me that's giving this, it's VR. Because you heard, I think you lip read Tav asking what's happening. He's like, I don't know. It just looks stupid and amateurish.
Aye, listen, I think you missed a foul. You got a question for Josh, AK?
We had a discussion yesterday, Josh. Now that you've seen it again and you've read the rules, are you still of the same opinion that it wasn't a penalty?
I said it wasn't. I said it was outside the box, but I watched it another 3 times, and it is a penalty. It is a penalty. It is a penalty because I've seen it for other directions and other angles for what the position that I've seen it in, and it is a penalty. But I was surprised look at the Stonewall penalty in the cup at Hampden, with him. That the player get challenged in the box, and they said it was outside the box, and we got a free kick. Should have been a penalty, and put them and beat them. Are we surprised? And I could go on and go on and go on. There's but multiple. I just think VAR's. I'm with Alan McCoist. I think VAR's destroying our game. I don't think there's any need for it, really. And the referees are the most shit referees that we've got probably in the football leagues. They are incompetent. Every time a referee makes a decision, Wally Collum seemingly overturns it and says, it was a penalty, or it was a free kick, or it was a sending off. The St Mirren guy that gets sent off against Motherwell are 3 up. The St Mirren guy hardly touched him, and he fell as if he get shot. And they were 3-0, and that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing to see. In our game.
See, when that goes to VAR, they should have said there is a red card that's for you for diving off you get for the Motherwell.
It should be overturned. It should be overturned that the St Mirren boy and the Motherwell guy get a fine, because that's embarrassing. That really is. No, 3-0.
What did the referee see there, Josh, to justify that?
I think the St Mirren boy just put his hand on the guy's arm to get him off. Hardly touched him. And the referee sent him off. And the guy started holding his face, and he fell to the floor, rolling about as they usually do. You can't have any contact now these days, because you're liable to get sent off or a yellow card. It's just like poofs football. No, it's pansies. No football.
What's your language now? You don't know people.
There's no. You can't have any contact. It's wasting the game. Wasting the game now. Really. I just think you should just get rid of VAR and be done with it. I don't know why they bring it into this game anyway.
It's not going anywhere. I agree with you. It's not working, but it's not going anywhere. There was one yesterday. I can't remember who put the cross in to the left hand side. They hit the guy in the foot. He went down and holding his head. Did you notice that? And that's Silla, Albert.
They were all at it. I noticed that one. The rest of them were at it as well. But again, it's the referee. They know what's going on, mate. You can't tell me they don't know what's going on. That Livingston and other teams do it as well. They read the referee. They know what he's like. He's a soft referee. You throw yourself down, you're going to get fouls. You might not get them all, but you'll get the majority. And that's what they done all day. And then they're wasting time at the end. We all know what's going on. They watch them when the goalkeepers are wasting time. They turn their back on the play so they don't see it. But they know what's going on. But all of a sudden, when it's a Rangers goalkeeper, he gets spooked, he gets run down. We've had keepers booked for wasting time. Ibrox. It's madness, mate. It's completely madness. But there you go. I call it cheating, mate. That's the only word that covers a whole spectrum of what they get wrong. It's cheating, mate. It's just blatant cheating. Because when I've been growing up and come through football, I've seen some bad referees. I've never seen a clutch of referees altogether so bad, mate. This is ridiculous. They're getting worse instead of better. You look at Walsh, you look at the ones before them, they were chronic. Clancy, they're chronic. Let's see this batch coming through. Christ's sake, man. They're really bad, mate.
Anyway, talking about bad referees, we've been joined by old Jim. Evening, Jim.
Don't even go there, man. I'm not for the Guide Dog Association. Right, listen. See, before I go any further, the reason why I actually phoned in, I'm going to cut the referees. But I don't know if it was Albert or whoever it was that said there about can I put their finger on it. You can put your finger on it because it's the same repeat prescription mob who are causing the mistakes all the time. John Shooter at the game at 82 goals was culpable for 82 goals. But why in the second one? Why he's tripping the guy up and pushing the guy when the guy's gone nowhere? He'd be probably have ended up in the Rangers' end if we'd have kept on running the boy. Absolute mindless. Twice. The first one, he gets caught under the ball and everything and caused the free kick. John Shooter was the culpable one. But see regarding the refereeing, how that boy can he give a free kick for that is beyond me. By the way, it's a red card any of the day you want. And even in leagues where I referee, that's a red card all day long. And how they can come to the judgment, blah, blah, blah. But see, they're saying about how the contact was outside the box. The one outside the box wasn't the infringement. It was a scissor kick inside the box. It put young Hingley on his backside. That first one. No, every contact in a game of football is a free kick.
Oh,
I didn't feel the first one was the one that actually knocked him off balance, and I felt it was a scissor kick one. And that's my view on it. And how they can come to that judgment is beyond me, by the way. How that's not a red card.
The first point
of contact.
When I seen it in real time,
wasn't a free kick.
My initial reaction was, and I've said it earlier on the night, my initial reaction was it was a foul outside the box, yeah. And then when I seen the first replay, I thought, oh, this could be on the line. And then when I seen it to the angle for the side, and you see him taking them out, I said, oh, that's a stone waller. Yeah.
Shocking.
That was the way I seen it. My initial reaction was I thought it was a foul outside the box. But he didn't even give the foul, Jim.
Can I come in here, Ox?
Yes, Bob, yeah.
That's the point I couldn't understand. Because Moore was going through and obviously his momentum was carrying him. And he was tackled once and then he was tackled with a scissor kick inside the box. Why did the referee stop the game? He must have seen an infringement of some sort. There were two infringements as we know. Why did he stop the game? And then have a discussion with Sell, apparently. Never went to VAR, as we all know. We just described it. And then he starts the game with a bouncer to Livingston. I just could not understand that whatsoever. You can argue all day there was a foul outside the box, foul inside the box. Personally, I thought it was a penalty kick. And it's not like David being an ardent Rangers fan. I thought it was a penalty kick. I thought it was I'm with you, Albert. I thought it was a stone waller. But why did the game stop? There must have been an infringement for they stopped the game. You take my point?
I can't remember what happened actually after that. Immediately after it.
Well, I mean, if the laddie was brought down, well, the referee must have felt he was fouled.
It carried on for a while and then
right.
How he blew up and stopped again.
It's just been a dreadful situation. It's terrible, abysmal. That wouldn't happen in England. Well, maybe it would, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I thought it was abysmal for a referee. One of the worst of the worst.
I think the ball get cleared and out for a shy, mate, and that's why the game stopped. And that's when he said, hold on, because he started touching his microphone, his headpiece. Right, and that's when it all started with the VAR. Again, maybe Jim can answer it. What were they checking, Jim? I don't know. They never said what they were checking.
That's what I think, strange and also. It took nearly 4 minutes for them to check what they were checking. But if they deemed it wasn't even what do you call it, a caution or whatever it was, a dog's roll, blah, blah, blah. So what was it they were checked for? What were they actually checked for? Again, I don't care what anybody tells you unless you show me indifferent. The first point of contact wasn't the free kick. Wasn't the infringement, in my view. To me, the scissor kick motion right on the line or inside the box was the infringement as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting when we get to hear this audio. It's what we're on.
Aye. Oh dear, frustrations.
But we're going to get Column's clown show justifying this or coming out saying, "Oh, it was a mistake. Sorry about that." What these clowns don't understand is that this could cost you millions of pounds as a football club, millions and millions of pounds. These stupid decisions that were quite simple to make. Let's be honest about it. They're simple decisions to make, but they don't want to make them. You tell me why they don't want to make the decisions, mate. I call it cheating, mate, and I'm not going to change my mind on that because I think that's what's going on. I'm not giving you. I don't think you deserve to win this game, and you're not going to get your penalty kick this late in the game. So carry on, and that's why I think you threw that clown seed, and that's participating in the game, mate. And I said right at the beginning of the show, the referees, the officials are going to decide who wins this league this year. I think most years they do it, but this year's particular, they're going to decide who wins this league, mate.
Albert, can I say something? And I apologise before I say it. He's a shite bag. He shat it. I don't care what anybody says. He shat it.
But what I can't understand, Jim, and I said it earlier on the show, why he never thinks that's a foul. Now, when he sees it inside the outside the box, how he misses the actual foul. Yeah, I think that's the when it goes wrong. Yeah. It's a foul.
Folks, what he should have done is he should have blew for the free kick, then let VAR decide whether it was a penalty or a sending off. He made an absolute pig's idiot because he was terrified to give the decision. That's the only explanation you can come to. See if he's got a brain. Give the free kick, then as there are the rest of them are doing, let VAR decide if it's a penalty or if it's a sending off. But as to how he can turn around and say that's no even a foul after Gene Hoffey, the things that he'd actually given in the game it's unthinkable, and it's going to be interesting to see how they go with this one. Albert, if you think for a minute they're going to come out and say they've made a mistake here, mate, you're kidding yourself on me. And what I'm going to say to you is, if you think they're going to come out and say that they made a mistake, I'll buy you a beer, mate. I'll take you for a beer the next home game. If you think they're going to come out and say they've made a mistake, mate.
One
well,
beer.
I think you got to remember it's Colin marking he's marking his own homework, mate. He's marking his own homework. And they're not going to make
there's no chance that they're going to come out and say they've made a mistake, mate. No chance. He's done
it before. But I think it's the only way out for them. I don't think they can come out and say anything else unless he makes one of his magical rules out or interpretation of an existing rule. The way he done with the kick on Buckland Seed with that Trusty. I mean, he came out with a magical rule or interpretation of existing rule to justify why that guy never gets sent off. So they can do it with that, mate. They can do it with anything else. I don't think for
no chance that they're coming out and saying sorry.
No better. Jim,
sorry, brother.
Better.
Sorry.
Yes.
I don't think there's any other way out it than and he'll be sitting now thinking it up, going, what do I do? Do I just apologise and say, we got that one wrong again? I think that's what they'll do. But even if he does it, he's got to realise he needs to go to this. He needs to get sacked, mate, because these referees are clowns. He's the chief of refereeing. They're clowns. They're absolute clowns. And by the way, it's not happening just in our game now. And that's the funny thing about it, by the way. All these teams that were laughing at us for years because we're complaining about these referees are getting a taste of what we've been through for years and years and years. And they don't like it. So what do you do? See, going forward, here's a question. What do we do? Not just as a club. It can't be done as one club because they don't listen to it. So all the rest of them are sitting there. Do we all collectively get together and say, right, something needs to be done about this? Get hold of this SFA brigade and just say, look, something needs to be done about this. You can't keep these incompetent clowns making these mistakes week after week. And it's every week now, mate. Every single week. And it's no one mistake. It's multiple mistakes per week. And it's getting to it's bordering on insanity, mate, allowing this to continue like this. But there you are. They're going to do it. And there's a European place. It could be European Champions League money up for grabs here. And these clowns are going to determine where it goes. No right, mate. It's no right.
And
do you not think?
Wait a minute.
No, apologise.
Right. Well, I think we're all in pretty much agreement. Foul, penalty kick, potential, all three things that were missed. But why do we come out the traps so slow, Billy?
Well, I've said this before and I'll say it again, Ox. It's about these players, and I can know this is. I've racked my brains for long enough about this, Ox. These players now think they can just pick and choose when they want to turn up. They must have took Livingston for granted yesterday. Their attitude was all wrong. You know, they should be coming out there doing a professional job, saying, "Listen, we beat Hearts last week. We played well. We won. We got ourselves right into this title race. There's no room for error here today. Right, lads, everyone is on your toes, switched on for the full 90 minutes. Let's go out and batter Livingston into submission, get the 3 points and get back to Ibrox. Right, we didn't do that. So that's down to either one or two things, mate. It's either a mental thing, what I've touched on before, or it's a mindset thing regarding the way they're picking and choosing their games. It can only be one or the other, because we're not. Listen, we can go and play. We can play when we want to play. We all know that. So you take that out of the equation, and then you say to yourself, well, right, okay, we'll take that out of the equation. So what can it be then? And it's got to be down to that. It's either mentally they're not tough enough to win things, or two, they're the opposite. They just want to turn up whenever they want and collect their wages. Oh, it's only Livingston today. Listen, don't know, mate. I'll be get bet with them. We'll see. I'll see how. I'll just shrug my shoulders and the rest. Oh, I'm playing anyway. So, you know, that's it's either one attitude or the other. What's that?
Billy, system.
Yep.
That's what's causing it. System. It's not a day with the players. You can't say the players are not trying. They are trying. It's a system. Mate. That system's crap. That 4-2-3-1 system is just crap. And every time we play it, we don't look like scoring. Every time. That's not just sometimes. That's every time. And we've been playing that for the beginning of the season. And look at all the games we're playing, even at Ibrox, and saying, "No,
well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. We better get on. Last word for your good self, Josh.
It's been a good discussion, great jokes, and we've all been in agreement that we just want the best for the team. And the referees are cheating. Everybody said it. Yeah. And my last point.
Cheers, mate.
Look at Jamiti jumping for the ball with Mitov. Perfect goal. Mitov hits the ground, no goal. That's enough said for me. Thanks very much, guys. All right.
Cheers,
for having me on.
Aye, thanks for having me on again, Ox. Really, really good discussion tonight. But that yesterday is now history. It's headlong into an all-firm game here. And if you can't get the attitude right for that, then you never will. So I'll say good night to you and thank you very much once again. Come on, the Rangers. Good night, lad.
Cheers, mate. Billy boy.
Thank you for taking my call, Troops. A good wee rant there for the last 3 quarters of an hour or something. I'll be around way. You know me, mate, how long I've been banging on about the 4-2-3-1, pal. You know, but I think it's maybe this week, mate. I know we should maybe do just before we go. Maybe send an email out to Rome, and we can maybe ask them, is there any chance the Rangers can win this week? Because it's like the Pope. It's the middle of the park, and he's got 2 archbishops running the lines, mate.
You know, I thought you were sending the email to your left back. So it's that Rome. All right.
No, no bother, Troops. I'll listen to the show during the week, but thanks for taking my call and take care of each other, and we are the people, and I'll speak to you soon. Good night.
Good night, pal.
Good job.
Thanks very much for letting me on, guys. Great wee show tonight. Listening in there. The apologies for tomorrow. Mrs. 115 is a big birthday tomorrow, so unfortunately I need to be doing my family duties, lads. And
you can still come on and we can play an extra long tune and you can come back on, mate.
Yeah, you know. Play the fiddle. Right, well, listen, seriously, great show again. Keep up the great work, guys. And I'm going to leave. Hey, boy, that's it. Right, catch you later.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate.
Okay.
Great show tonight, pal. What a good discussions there, and everybody contributing. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. But thanks again. And if Jim was on earlier there, Stevie might have got a wee deal out of the Blue Pills. Thanks again, guys. Brilliant.
Albert.
Aye, good to be on with yourself and AK, Stevie, Bob, Jared, Josh, Billy and Jim. I enjoyed it, mate. Good discussion. And I'll finish with just saying the referees are cheats, mate.
Well, it'd be hard to think that anybody was that incompetent, mate.
Aye, if you're that bad at something, you really shouldn't be doing it, should you? Come on.
Going back to your point, mate, I agree with you. Just quickly before we go, I think in a month's time they'll see how we go that rag. It's gone, isn't it? That's the trouble. Eventually, something's going to. I think it happened in Belgium. Ended up in court, mate. Yeah, you know, it's. We've got ourselves in a situation where the Gemskis went potty. Anyway, as you say, thanks to Ross, Stevie, Billy, Jim, Bob Jill, Josh, for all joining us here on Rangers Radio. Thanks to AK and Albert for doing the show, Fox and Old School Blue in the background, doing the technicals. Rangers Radio will be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10, and I'm sure some of the conversations tonight will still linger on. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Blue.